Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. At the outset, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the House of Representatives of Indonesia and the Inter-Parliamentary Union for the laudable initiative they have taken in organizing this World Parliamentary Forum on Sustainable Development so as to provide a full range of comprehensive perspectives to the parliaments around the world in terms of implementation of SDGs. This forum is indeed a welcome initiative that will provide us an extremely useful platform to facilitate the sharing of policy analysis, experiences, best practices with respect to the SDGs across the world parliaments. I am happy that this first World Parliamentary Forum on Sustainable Development has also made special emphasis on the true meaning of SDGs for the people. Distinguished delegates, coming to the topic of our discussion, we all know that climate change, women land rights, and sustainable developments are all interrelated, and there is need to address the issues and challenges associated with them. It is a great cause for concern today that women are a vulnerable lot in the society. They are more at risk to the effects of climate change than men, primarily because women and men have unequal access to resources and opportunities. Often, their needs are different and competitive. Men, most often being in control of budgets, may not value women's concerns, and cultural barriers may prevent women from asserting their demands effectively. The United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change UNFCCC, which is the overarching international agreement aimed at stabilization of climate change, acknowledges and promotes gender balance and gender equality in the context of climate change policies. Since social, economic, and political barriers limit women to cope with the adverse impacts of climate change, consultation and participation of women in climate change initiatives is imperative, and the role of women's groups and networks need to be strengthened. Distinguished delegates, women's land rights are also critical to secure them access to land and other natural resources, which is imperative for sustainable livelihoods and a key factor in assuring food security. It is a cause for concern that while many countries have gender equality in their constitutions, laws relating to property rights often do not give equal status to women, or where they do, women's property rights may not be respected in practice. This calls for a broader conceptualization of land rights and access to productive resources, which is pro poor, gender inclusive, and responsive to human rights. With respect to sustainable development, the 2030 Agenda and its actionable core of 17 Sustainable Development Goals SDGs adopted on 25th September 2015 by the United Nations General Assembly provides ambitious SDGs envisaging the eradication of poverty as the overarching goal and laying a balanced emphasis on the three pillars of sustainable development with social development, economic growth, and environmental protection. The agenda, unlike the MDGs, has a stand-alone goal on gender equality and the empowerment of women and girls. In addition, there are gender equality targets in other goals, and there is a need for collection of sex disaggregation data across many indicators. Since gender equality is central to all the SDGs, women need to be given a more meaningful role to play in the attainment of these goals. In India, the 2030 Agenda and its actionable core of 17 SDGs resemble our own vision of development. The Government of India's initiatives such as Smart Cities, Make in India, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Save Girl Child, Educate Girl Child, Swachh Bharat, Clean India, Jan Dhan Yojana, National Mission for Financial Inclusion, Digital India, Skill India, Start Up India, etc. closely relate to several targets under the SDGs. Friends, in recent times, the Parliament of India has been making consistent efforts to mainstream the role of women legislators in policy formation and program implementation, particularly in the development sphere. Last year, in August, our parliament hosted the first meeting of BRICS Women Parliamentarians Forum in Jaipur in the state of Rajasthan. The forum was initiated by us to bring women parliamentarians of BRICS countries under one roof to discuss ways and means of realizing the targets of sustainable development goals. During the 2 days meeting, we deliberated on the theme Women Parliamentarians Enablers for Achieving SDGs. The meeting ended with the Jaipur Declaration, which inter alia underscored the need to address climate change in all its manifestations and work out integrated solutions to preserve and protect ecological systems and forests and ensure food security. The declaration also underlined the significance of expeditious parliamentary approval of SDG related legislation and adequate budgetary resources, oversight and monitoring of implementation through procedural devices and parliamentary committees. Prior to this meeting, as a first step in this direction, we had also organized a 2 day National Women Legislators Conference in March 2016 on the theme Women Legislators Building a Resurgent India.